Okay, we're here in Studio One at the coffee shop, and we had a question come in, or a comment come in on one of the YouTube videos saying, it was from Morton. He said, do you ever use the scale option, hold Control Alt, and draw in auto scales? And I actually have never done that, so I wanted to make a video on it. And I recorded a video, and it didn't record any of the audio, but I made this little song. And I was very proud of that, but none of the audio recorded. So we're going to recreate something from scratch. And we're going to use auto scales. I'm going to show you how that works. So if we pull in, let's just go to instruments and let's go to My Tai and pull in, I don't know, whatever Ricochet synth bass is. Let's check that. Let's give it a shot. So we have that loaded. We create an event, double click the event to get your piano roll. And in your piano roll, if you go to scale over here and you click this box, you will see blue lines appearing on the keys. This is a very cool feature because it allows you to only hit the correct notes of that scale that you have chosen here. This is C chromatic, which is basically every note. But if we went to C major, it would take all the black keys out. And now if we draw a note in here, we cannot draw on the black keys. If we try to draw on the black key, it'll put it to the next nearest note, which is cool. It's a great way to not hit any wrong notes. So we're going to do A minor, natural minor, which is again all the white keys, but I'm going to start it on an A. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold Control and Alt and draw in a scale, and you'll see that it draws in a scale on only the correct notes. So I'm just going to go up like that, and maybe draw another one here, straight up, and another one here, straight up, and maybe another one here, higher, but drug out a little more, and then maybe one more here, straight up. And let's just hear how that sounds. Okay, it's a little wild. So why don't we loop that and try to make it sound good with this instrument. Aha, because we pulled in this preset, it actually put a bunch of effects on there, like a delay and a chorus and a reverb. So why don't we hear it without that stuff? Okay, now we're getting somewhere. All right. Okay, good enough. And why don't we put a piano in on another track and use the same thing, auto scale. So let's go to presence and, or maybe pull in a guitar, like a muted guitar. That might be cool to do an auto scale on. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So make an event, click on the event, and let's start there. And Control Alt. We make sure we have A natural minor set. Control Alt, and let's draw that in, and let's draw that in there. And maybe one more here, straight up. Let's see how that sounds. I'm not a fan of that. Let's pop some notes out and maybe hit Control Alt and draw some more in and just see what we got here. I think that's pretty cool, actually. Let's keep that one, get rid of this bass at the top. I'm not a fan of that. So we just got this strat, muted strat. Maybe we could put it an amp simulator on it. Let's pull amp high. That's cool. And why don't we pull in a drum beat on top of that? So I'm just going to type drums. under Files, and let's do just a scroll down on the mouse wheel and just pick something. Let's hear how it sounds. Pretty wild, very 80s. So let's use that for our drums. And why don't we pull in a bass now? Let's go into My Tai, drag in the bass, and go to bass. And in the last one I used, I just did a quick scroll and it just landed on something cool. I can't remember what it was, but let's try Monologue and see how that sounds. Okay, let's use that. And let's, since we're in the key of A minor, let's just do a bass in A. Get rid of that inspector over there, create some room, and let's just draw on some random notes. And let's hear how this sounds. Let's go up to a D from there. And duplicate, and then we'll do one more. Maybe to an F from there. Alright, let's just loop all that and hear how that sounds. Alright, that's a cool way to do an auto scale. Let's pull in another instrument, add one more thing with auto scale, and let's just see how that sounds. So maybe on keyboards, clavinet, let's just drag it in and see what we got. Alright, let's see what we can do with this one. So for this one, we'll just do a real long drug out pattern. So I'm going to Control, Alt, and just do a real long drag out. Maybe not. Let's just hear how that sounds. All right, I think it's pretty interesting. Let's take some of these out. Maybe add something here. And then maybe just take some of these out and see how that sounds. And maybe we'll go down from here. We've been going up, but what if we go down from here? And then maybe down here. Like that. Let's see how that sounds. Ooh. All right, pretty cool, pretty cool. So that is using auto scales in Studio One. Sorry I didn't record the first one, but you almost got 2 videos for the price of 1, which is free. So thanks, Morton, for sending in that comment. That's going to be it for today. See you guys later.